Discussion possible action on minutes of regular meeting, and so we got minutes. Anybody?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion and second to approve the minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion possible action on claims.
Claims this evening are $759,466.78.
Move we approve.
Motion second to approve claims. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion and possible action on regular operators licenses.
This evening, you're suggested to recommend approval contingent on payment of any outstanding debt owed to the city and successful completion of the background check. The issuance to approve 7 regular operator licenses for the period October 25th, 2016 to June 30th, 2018 to Jamie Halkema, Jill Steffens, Wendy Peterson, Kendrick Hulsey, Jackson Raleigh, Anna Kusman, Alexander Carlson.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion and possible action on request for permanent part-time position in wastewater department. Kip?
Good evening. I did put an issue sheet together in front of you. I know that there's not much on it. I apologize for that. I had taken it to Utility Council or Utility Commission for approval on that. Basically what I'm looking for is in 2017 just to add a 20-hour-a-week person to the wastewater department to help just with sewer jetting, general maintenance, things of that nature. I have one currently in the water utility side, roughly about $12,000 we spend in wages on that. So I'm looking to add right around there. So.
Where's your funding?
I'm sorry.
Where's your funding? The same question probably, huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No benefit impact?
The only thing would be FICA and social, standard social security. There's not enough, well, depending on how many hours in it, if it's under 1,200, then we can keep it under 1,200, then we don't have retirement.
Under 1,200 or 12,000?
Or 1,040, sorry, half-time. So if
Yes.
So if it doesn't go over,
Yeah.
for any reason, doesn't go over 1,040, then also we'll have a social security and Medicare. There'll be no retirement, no health insurance.
No, you can go, Randy.
Is it in your budget, or do you have that?
I
or
can't
you're
remember. I think we
increasing?
did put it in, Brandon, did we?
It is in the 2017 recommended budget.
Yes.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved.
Thank you.
Discussion and possible action on interagency agreement with the Hudson School District.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As you can see from the interagency agreement, basically what this is an agreement between the school districts and ourselves in communicating and being able to get records that we both share. Over the years, we've run into situations where the school district hasn't been really forthcoming. They've been a little bit nervous about sharing information with us. And I can give you an example. Several times when they've had bomb threats at the school, they've asked us to come in and investigate, but we have to get search warrants to get student records or to get copies of film. So we've got to take extra steps in which to do so. This interagency agreement, which they've taken from other school districts throughout the state, would allow us to be able to communicate back and forth more readily. We'll be able to communicate to them when we come across a student that might have violated a city ordinance, such as alcohol violations and so forth. And if we are conducting an investigation, we'll be able to get those records from the school district without having to jump through more hoops. This agreement has been looked at besides ourselves, the Sheriff's Department and the North Hudson Police Department. All of the attorneys, including Catherine, have taken a look at it, and they've all come to the same conclusion. This is a pretty good agreement.
So if you get the records from the school, what is the limitation on who you can disclose them to?
Again, it's just like if we have a juvenile record that we've generated, we can't give out the juvenile's name, we can't give out we can give out their initials, but that's basically it. We can give it to another law enforcement agency if we have to, because they're under the same requirements that we are. We can't just give out juveniles' names and informations unless we get a court order.
Does this change your requirement to get search warrants?
It will. It will, because now they'll be able to cooperate with us, so if we have a bomb threat and we need to go in and take a look at film, we won't have to go about getting a search warrant or getting a student's records.
It's authorized under the statutes that if they agree to use the information in only the ways they're allowed to use the information currently, then they can have these interagency
Right.
agreements.
So if, like, the media were to come in and ask for a copy of a record that we got from the school district, we would have to redact it just like we do with other juvenile records.
Catherine, you don't see a problem with it?
No.
I'll move we approve the intergovernment, or what we call that, school district contract.
Interagency.
Interagency.
Second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marty. Discussion of possible action on request for 2017 general fund budget allocation for Carmichael corridor study.
Good evening.
Danny?
Public Works, there's a question on a possibility of a Carmichael Road corridor study, of which at that time we discussed where a corridor study would be for the area north of I-94 or include the full length of it from the corporate limits at the east end of the middle school elementary facility on the north end of I-94 south of Rivercrest Elementary School on the south end. I had an opportunity to visit with Glenn Van Warmer from SEH. Glenn's assisted the city in several traffic and transportation projects recently. And his opinion is that we should really take a look at the full corridor because of the I-94 Carmichael interchange and the fact that we do have property that's ripe for development on the south side. We also have property that's ripe for development on the north side. Glenn's opinion is that for the entire length, corridor study probably be about $50,000. Glenn and I did look at this issue a few years ago, and since we looked at it, there's been some things that have been done. Of course, Carmichael Ridge residential, the development of the golf course has taken place. We do have a concept plan for the Carmichael interchange. There were some destination studies done by the Wisconsin DOT, and there were some traffic counts that were done which would assist the corridor study at this time. I did ask the question of Glenn where he thought the study would be premature because some of these areas are not completely developed. He really felt that the study would be proactive in the fact that we'd be out establishing design and policy for the development of the Carmichael corridor versus reacting to development. If we waited till other developments may occur, he felt that then that would delay because it just takes time from the time those developments are done until we see what those impacts are. So the recommendation is to do the full study for the entire length of the corridor with an approximate cost of $50,000.
Denny, do you envision there'd be different alternatives for design and development of this area?
That would be the purpose of the study, is to take a look at alternative considerations.
Am I correct in saying, Denny, that the road is, Carmichael has always been split between the city and the Hudson Township? Still that way, right?
Correct, on the north side.
What impact or what input would they have on it at this point? Nothing?
Well, I certainly could welcome them to participate in the study. I guess the fact is the Carmichael corridor to the north isn't likely to be developed or improved until you're seeing development on the north side. But by doing the study now, you know what you want to do is as the development comes in, then we can make the choice of when those road improvements would occur.
Devin, there's money in the contingency fund?
Right, the two options would either be put it in next year's budget somewhere, or we still have 80,000.
64,750.
Oh yeah, because we took some 64,750 left. So you could authorize the money this year to be spent next year out of the contingency, or you can put it in next year's budget if you want to proceed.
Does either make a difference?
Other than, your mill rate would go up a smidge.
So we take it from this year?
You could, yep.
Yeah, I'll move to approve this project with funding from the contingency fund for 2016.
Well, before I second it, where is any extra overtime for snow plowing and whatnot? Where would that come from?
We had a real mild spring, so we're only about 20% for the whole year. Plus we have, so we've got, unless
We're
we have.
exhausting our contingency with this stuff.
Well, we have another, plus we have a 20,000 contingency just for snow removal in the public works budget.
Okay,
So in addition to the regular contingency, and there's also the fuel contingency, which was budgeted, this year at 20, 10? 10, I think, which we probably aren't likely to hit either, so. So unless we literally have snow from November 1st to the end of the year, we should be fine.
so if we do it this way, doesn't touch the mill rate. If we do it in.
The other way, and we put it in next year's budget, there'd be a slight increase in the mill
I'll
rate.
second.
Okay. Motion and second. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's
So
approved.
clarification is for the 50,000 amount, correct?
49.99.
I just want to clarify, so,
Yeah, 50,000.
yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Danny. Items for future agendas? Nothing?
You have your budget documents tonight, I'll put something on the November 14th meeting, just if there's any, review you want to do, and then the public hearing is on the 21st.
Right.
Okay.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn. Excuse me. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved.